Let's do it. This is IUICAZ. Hey, this is IUICAZ. Hey, keeping the faith in the King, and the patience will give us those free.
Was given to us in slavery. We learned this image from oppressors who destroyed our image. And the reason why they did it is because give me Job 9:24. What's your name, sis?
Shay.
Shay?
Jesus had hair like mine.
Right, he had hair like yours. Your hair is the perfection of beauty. That's what the Most High God says. And our sisters deny that. Not only our sisters, our brothers deny that. We refuse to keep the beauty of the Most High God because we want the beauty of the oppressor.
But you know what? I was told that my hair was nappy and ugly.
Hey.
But when I had that creamy crack,
Yeah.
I go get a 40-inch down my back.
Right.
You hear all type of cars, honk, honk.
Yeah, right.
Hey, shorty, honk, honk.
Hey.
When this is out.
Hey, and that's the destruction of our own people, to deny that beauty. Because at one point in time, we worshiped that. That was beautiful to us. Back in the 70s and the 60s, stuff like that, your fro had to be on you. Read it, though. Read.
Job 9:24. The earth is given into the hand of the wicked. He covered the faces of the judges.
So who covered the faces of Christ? Who turned Jesus the Christ, a black man, into Charles Manson the Cursed?
European.
Right, Europeans did that. You don't see no Chinese Jesus.
No.
You don't see no Arab Jesus. You only see Charles Manson. Cesar Borgia. Yeah, it's on you, sis. It's on you.
I know, right?
He see that glow. He think he looking at Christ right now. That's what happened. Is that you, Jesus?
I'm scared I'm going to be stoned. So.
Hey, nah, you gonna be all right, sis. But hey, check this out. The Bible tells us that the wicked is the one who's covering the faith of all the judges. That's the reason why. You ever seen that movie 10 Commandments?
No, I haven't. Yes, I have.
Yeah, with Charlton Heston, right? A white man, but he Moses. Moses from the tribe of Levi. Levi dark. Exactly. We know because why? How do we know that Levi dark skin? Give me Jeremiah 14:2.
Bring it up.
We're gonna bring it out from thus saith the Lord. I mean, for far too long we've been going by what people been telling us.
How do you know that Moses came from that tribe?
How we know that Moses was from the tribe of Levi? It give us his lineage in in Exodus. It tells us his lineage. Yeah, but read.
Jeremiah 14:10.
Read.
Thus said the Lord unto this people.
14:2.
Jeremiah 14:2. Judah mourning, and it came to a language.
The Bible says that the Jews, which would be Judah, Benjamin, and Levi, they are in mourning, and the gates, meaning their leaders, are lacking, meaning our leaders are not anything. But keep reading.
They are black.
The Bible says the Jews are black.
That's right.
Unto the ground. Unto the ground. Let's get that. Let's get Genesis 2:6 real quick. Because it says the Jews are black unto the ground. Why would it say that? Because it means two things. The Bible comes and it speaks, the Most High God uses similitudes and it has double meanings for things. So let's read why it would compare the Jews being black unto the ground. Read.
Genesis 2:7. And the Lord God from verse 6. But there went up a mist from earth and watered the whole face of the ground.
So sis, what color is the dust of the ground, first off?
Brown.
It's brown. Now the Bible says that a mist came up from the earth. Now if you take brown dirt and you wet it, what happens to it?
Turns dark.
It turns even darker. So the Most High is making sure that we understand that there was a mist that actually came out of the earth and watered the ground. And then what happened upon that dirt that was on that ground? Read.
The Lord God formed man of the dust of the ground.
So the Most High God formed man from wet dirt. What does that mean? That men came up and they were dark, black. That's why it's saying Judah is black unto the ground, because the Jews are black. That's just facts.
right.
That's just what it is. We can't dispute that because that's thus saith the Lord.
Bring it up.
So now, sis, I see that you got your dress on. All praises for that thing. All praises for that thing.
Now,
And
I do know on Sabbath to wear presentable clothes.
no, it's not just the Sabbath though, sis. It's every day. No, it's every day. No, hey, give me a.
Even though I don't do.
Now and check it out. Give me Romans 2:13. I want to show you something, sis. And hey, repentance is a process. We understand our people. It's going to take a while for our people to repent. But this is what is wrong in our community right here. This is what is causing the problem. This is the disconnect. Because we can be talking about people all day. Black people are great. No problem. They don't have no problem accepting that. We're the Israelites. No problem. We can accept that. Okay. We know who we are. We know we're great. Now when it comes to the laws, our people are rebellious, or stiff-necked people. But let's see what the Bible says. Read.
Romans 2:13. For not the hearers of the law are judged before God.
Not the hearers of the law, so not just knowing what the law says makes you just. Read.
But the doers of the law shall be justified.
That's the same way. You got any kids, sis?
No.
But you was a kid at one point.
Yeah.
You had parents.
Yeah.
Your parents didn't care if you knew what they told you to do. They would only respect you. Yeah, you getting a text. What you got on? What you got? Some flower perfume or something? They own you.
Nothing.
They own you.
I know.
I'm trying to tell you, you're the only one out here. You're the only sister out here that we seen with a phone. They love you.
That's what that is.
I'm not.
But sis, what are we talking about though? When your parents told you to do something, they didn't care that you can repeat what they said. If you ain't do it, they was on you.
Yeah.
They was gonna punish you. That's what the Most High God just said. I don't care if you know what I said. I only care if you do what I said.
That's right.
That's all that matters. That's the only thing that's gonna save us. Because we knew the law back when we were coming out of Egypt. We were taught the law. We knew Hebrew. We knew the name. But the thing that caused us to go into captivity under the Philistines and under the Moabites and under the Girgashites and under the any other nation is refusal to do what we were told.
I have a question.
Yes, go ahead, sis.
Okay. Exactly. Give me the breakdown.
Just say it.
Give me the breakdown of where white folks came from.
You want to know where white people came from? All right, sis.
Bring it up.
So we're going to find out where white people came from. The fact of the matter is, God made 18 nations, right? We're going to get one for you. Give me Genesis 25.
Because if you asking me, I think they came from our mucus and snot and the stuff that we go spit on the ground. That's just me.
So check it out. We're going to give it what thus saith the Lord, because they're people too. Everybody on the earth is people. The difference is, we're just the chosen ones. That's just how it works.
Some people say that they came from us.
No. The Bible's going to say, we're going to see what the Bible says.
Okay.
So, read it.
Genesis 25, verse 21. And Isaac entreated the Lord for his wife, because she was barren.
So Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, those are our forefathers. Isaac had a wife, and his wife couldn't have children. So Isaac went to the Most High God and said, Lord, I really want to have children. Open up my wife's womb. Read.
And the Lord was entreated of him.
Hey, do we got that sign? Do we have that sign or no? Huh? No, we don't got that sign. All right, no problem. No problem. Go ahead.
And the Lord was entreated of him, and Rebekah, his wife, conceived.
And now Rebekah, his wife, Isaac's wife, she now is pregnant. Read.
And the children struggled together within her.
So the children were fighting together inside of her. Read.
And she said, if it be so, why am I thus?
So she asked the Lord, she says, if this is of you, God, why is my pregnancy being so difficult? Why these babies keep fighting inside of me? Read.
And she went to inquire of the Lord. And the Lord said unto her, two nations.
Read.
Or in thy womb.
So these two people that's coming out of you are going to start two different nations. They're not going to be the same. They're not going to be similar to each other. They're going to have separate interests. Nothing about them is going to be alike. Read.
And two men or people shall be separate. From that bound.
So two manner your people will be separated from your bowels. So, just like how white people are different from black people, that's Jacob and Esau. That's exactly what it is. We're not the same at all. They like certain kinds of music. We like certain kind of music. We process information a certain way. They process information a certain way. Yeah. No, we about to read it. Just keep reading.
And one people shall be stronger than the other people.
We already know who's the stronger. Read.
And the elder shall serve the younger.
And in the end of when it's all said and done, the elder is going to serve the younger. The one that comes out first is going to be the servant of the the younger child. Read.
And when her days to be delivered were fulfilled, behold, there were twins in her wombs, and the first came out red.
The first one came out red. Read.
All over like an hairy garment.
So he came out red and hairy. Read.
And they call his name Esau.
So we already know. Who is the red people on earth? Hey, that's the reason why it had to be depicted. That's the reason why they had to talk about it. It was so different from anything that had ever occurred in the history of ever. They were like, we need to jot that down.
You was black in my jacket.
With some hair on it.
That is the craziest thing.
But that's the Most High God. Because the Most High God wanted us to be able to identify who that man would be in this time. No pigmentation, that's what his name means. Esau means wasted away is he. Read.
Verse 26. Verse 26. And after that came his brother out, and his hand took hold of Esau hill, and his name was called Jacob, and Isaac was 3 years old when he bare them.
Isaac was 60 when he had him, and it says that Jacob came out and he took hold of Esau hill. But notice, they ain't describe his color, because Jacob looked like everybody else that was walking on the earth. There's nothing significant about how he was born. They said, but this other one, he came out red and he was hairy all over.
That's right.
Different. He was a mutant.
That's what I was just about to say.
But that's just
talking to me around the world.
This we gotta understand. This they king. This they time. This they time to shine. But Israel got next.
You know what I mean? Most I told him to leave. You notice he gone.
Hey, that's he can do what he gonna do, because understand this, we understand that we already won. We won. It's written. So we don't care. We out here just for our people because we want our people to win too.
That's right.
We already know though, we won. We don't care. They do what they gonna do. They lost. It's over. Israel is rising. What's up, sis?
What's up with the friend?
So that's exactly what we wanted to talk about with you, sis. Because it's our job as your brothers to explain to you why we do. We don't just do this for fashion. This isn't just some cool, even though we do make it kind of fly, you know, it is swagadocious to me. But that's because Israel's the salt of the earth. So everything that we do is hot. We gonna make trends. But this is where it come from. It's a commandment from our God. Read.
Numbers 15, verse 38. Speak unto the children of Israel and bid them.
So he said bid, meaning command them. Read.
That they make their fringes in the borders of their garments throughout their generation.
It says throughout our generations, meaning as long as we keep having children, we're supposed to have these fringes. It's our heritage. It's a part of who we are. It's just like when we were trying to be pro-black and Africa, everybody wanted to have a little Africa chain and my brother and do all that stuff. That was a part of that. That was a culture we were trying to establish. The Most High said, do this because this is your culture. This is who you are. Without these, you look like everybody else. Keep reading.
And that they put upon the fringe of the border a ribbon of blue.
And that's why we got the blue ribbon on it as well. Read.
And it shall be for you for a fringe, that ye may look upon it and remember all the commandments of the Lord and do them, that ye seek not after your own heart and your own eyes, after which ye used to go and whore.
So the purpose of the fringes was to be a reminder for us to always keep the commandments. So whenever you were going astray, you would see your fringes and I can't do that.
We used to scream black power while heroin was pushed. But at the end of the day, nothing's in vain. IUIC has been given a vision. The tents of Judah has risen. Many has attempted the mission, minor murmuring, omitting, and missing the mark. Just reading that he had the flame of fire in his eyes gave us the spark. We on Paul's mission. We out on the road, purple and gold, from Mexico, Cuba, Haiti, Ghana, Sierra Leone. 144,000 boots banging, concrete crackling. These are how men repented at heart. The scriptures is proof. IUIC, we deliver the truth.